Xi'an is one of China's 4 great ancient capitals and home to the starting point of the 4,000-mile-long Silk Road. It's become one of China's most visited locations, and we're here today to see it for ourselves. We're starting out at the city's famous wall, which is right behind us, which surrounds the whole old city. And we're going to go in and have a wee explore, see some of the main sights and attractions, and eat our way around the city because the food here is meant to be incredible. Wow, wow.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Oh! Look at those buns.
So we're starting off with some steamed buns, and these ones I read online are meant to be some of the best steamed buns you can get anywhere in China. Big statement, I know, but we're going to try it, and they look massive. Do you have pork?
We have decided to go for the spicy pepper bun, and it looks so good. Look at that chili flavor coming through, and the colouring as well. It is so soft and fresh. Look at that. Ooh. That's good. That's really good. I'm not sure if there's something in the middle or if it's just bread, but it feels quite heavy, so I'm gonna rip it in half. Nope. Lots and lots of bread. But really good and fresh bread at that.
Here in Xi'an, they are known for flour-based dishes and lots of different foods that contain flour. So bread's a big thing here. These were only 1.5 yuan each, which is like 15 pence sterling. So they are literally for nothing.
We were just munching down on our bread, and the woman came out with some tea to us. I think it's tea anyway, but it is boiling hot. I did see them looking over, and it's like, what are they doing? But look, that's so cute. I think it's going to be far too hot for me to try though. Yeah, no, I'm not even trying that. I will in a moment.
I'll tell you what, it's times like this whenever we're eating and drinking the absolute unknown that I am so glad we have proper travel medical insurance. And if anything does go wrong here and we get a wee sick or upset stomach, it'll be Safety Wing to the rescue. It's so tropical looking, isn't it?
It is so nice. All the palm trees everywhere. There's literally trees on every single street.
I'm gonna guess this is like one of the main high street areas we're walking around at the moment. But as Aisling said, it is gorgeous. It feels really, really tropical. There's loads of beautiful trees. The sun is shining down. There is music blaring. People are in good moods. There's smiles all around. And this is not what I expected or I thought the ancient city used to be like or would be like. There's obviously a lot of other parts that are very different to this, but this is not at all what I expected. And like, look, we've got like a big square here, all these big beautiful buildings behind us as well. Oh, wow.
Big, massive nightclub over there.
Big nightclub, yeah. Wow.
That's one thing I think that continues to surprise me about China is that I thought it would be a lot more, just not as modern and built up. Like I know that might be a very like naive thought that I might have had, but like coming here I was like, oh, we're gonna get like traditional Chinese, we're gonna get a lot more like of that architecture, and it just hasn't been that way so far. But I'm really impressed, even though it's different to what I was expecting.
And that was like one of the main reasons we came here to Xi'an, like in particular, was we had read it's the more kind of traditional ancient style, and we wanted to see that too. And parts of it is that, but not this part we're in at the minute.
This down here. Whoa. There seems to just be food on every corner. Like every shop is a restaurant. Whenever we're down these kind of streets, there's so many food stands, just one after the other, and I am loving it.
This is just food central. Every one of these stalls is just selling snacks, pick-up foods. They're blaring out through their megaphones. They're all like shouting. Don't know what they're shouting, but I'm assuming they're like trying to get more and more people in. I don't think we're going to hang around here too long because that would give you a savage headache.
Definitely. I don't know whether it rains more in this city, but all of the scooters have like little roofs on them. I think they're absolutely class because they make the scooters look like they're like mini cars. But I'm gonna guess it's for like rain protection or maybe just wind protection. But like all of them have these little hats.
A big thing we have seen all over China so far, and I'm seeing it lots here today, is women dressed up in traditional clothing with their hair done in very specific ways and traditional Chinese makeup on them. They're all out for a full photo shoot. We have seen this literally so many times, just people getting the full photo shoot performance done. They're like costume's not the right word, but traditional like outfits that they're wearing, and their hair and the makeup is incredible. Like, it is beautiful, but I don't think I've ever seen it as much as being done here in China. Like, we've seen it done in other countries where people get dressed up and go for the photo shoot, but here it's in every single corner in every city we've visited.
I do know in this city in particular there are loads of really like photogenic areas to go to. I believe there's a place called like Little Italy, which is meant to just be like so beautiful to go, and like lots of photo opportunities. So I guess if we were to go over to that, wherever that location is in the city, that there would be a lot more of that as well.
So the reason we accidentally found that main crazy high street area is because we were following our map to this, which is the Xi'an bell tower right behind us here. It is beautiful. It is meant to be the largest and the most well-preserved bell tower in all of China. I can't remember exactly the age of this one, but it is absolutely ancient, and it's right in the center point of the city here, between an intersection with 4 main big like roads leading into it. So it's very busy, and there is a stunningly colorful flower bed the whole way around it, filled with pink, yellow, green, purple flowers, and it is impressive. It is gorgeous.
Now this is more of the architecture that I was imagining, just like all of the Chinese roofs. There's more of these buildings. Even across the way there's a massive big, what I'm guessing is a supermarket or a shopping mall, and even the roofs of it are all like Chinese roofs, and I just love to see them. But we're walking into a really nice little area here, like cobble streets everywhere, and there are a lot of people dressed up, so I'm gonna guess this entire area is gonna be a lot more authentic feeling.
So the last tower we seen was the bell tower, whereas this tower here is the drum tower, and you can see the whole way around it there is huge big drums displayed the entire way around the tower. So we might see, can we get up around this one? I know I literally just said we were going to try to see could we get up to the drum tower, but there's too many things going on here that is pulling me in. This is the Muslim quarter that we've come into in a minute, and this is meant to be like a street foodie heaven, and it looks like it is. There is street food on every direction that I'm looking. There's loads of good bread, really good smells. I can see steams coming up. I can see fire coming from some of the hot pot areas. It is wicked. So we're gonna go for a walk around here, maybe pick up a snack, and then we'll see about going back to the drum tower, because this has just sucked me in at the moment.
This is so cool. There's so much going on and a lot of people, and it's a weekday at the moment. From one busy food street to another busy food street, there is so much happening. I think I know what I want for food.
So burgers are at all around the world, but this is China's take on their own burger. It's called a rojiamo, and it's pork stuffed inside this beautiful bit of pita bread. It's nearly like, it's a very pale looking bread, but the pork looks fantastic. Loads of fatty bits in there as well. It's very juicy looking. Wow. The pork is so tender. It's literally falling apart in my mouth. So juicy. There's loads of it in there as well. Lots of flavour. There's a real strong peppery flavour in it. Wow, that's really good. Who would have thought China knows how to do a good burger? Not your traditional style burger, but a burger nonetheless. This dish right here that we have come in to try is a very traditional food here in Xi'an. It's a poam wa, which is basically like a stew. What it is stale pita bread stewed in a lamb broth with big chunks of lamb throughout it, and it's also got what looks like a glass noodle and some scallions in it as well. It looks and smells great, and like all Chinese noodle dishes, it comes in a big portion with this big bowl. And this dish comes in 2 different styles. You can either get the bread in the broth and in the lamb stew itself, or you can get it where you actually break the bread up yourself and put it in, and then after you break the bread up into the bowl, you can give it back to the staff in the restaurant that you're in, and then they will add the additional ingredients. I was so excited to try this whenever I learned that this was a dish. Loads of bread. Oh wow. Wow, the meat's so tender, really juicy, just falls apart again. This actually feels like a very homely dish for me. It feels like something that you should get in Ireland, back where we're from. Whenever I was younger, I used to have a lot of soup with bread that I would dip in, or I'd break the bread up and let it soak up all of the soup and the goodness as well. And that's essentially what this is. It's bread broke up into a soupy kind of broth with a wee bit of meat and noodles. So it feels very familiar. Even though I've never had this particular type before, it feels like a bit of home. It's really good. Whew, that dish has just wiped me out. It was proper heavy because there was so much bread in the actual broth, but we've got there, we've finished it. Ashley had to help me out. We shared this bowl because we expected it to be a very filling one. So I think we're gonna go out and walk around the streets for another wee bit, because if we don't start moving now, I could end up going for a bit of a nap here and falling asleep. A bit like this lady behind me. I think she's had a big bowl herself.
Can I have one? 3? Okay.
Oh, it's very sticky looking, isn't it? So this is like some sort of cake we have seen all up and down the street that we haven't seen anywhere else in China since getting here. It's a multicolored kind of soft texture. Now that I'm looking at it up close, it's very like sloppy and sticky looking, and then on top of it there's some sort of a jelly, like a dark brown jelly, maybe a tea jelly.
I thought when I seen it earlier it was quite like sponge cakey like, and I was like, oh, I want to try that.
It's not,
but I'm still gonna give it a go.
And he's steaming it here now. At the minute he dipped it in like maybe like a brown sugar syrup, maybe of some sort. Now you're giving it a bit of a steam. But it's only 3 on, so we'll give it a whack anyway, we'll give it a blast.
And I've seen a lot of people carrying it in little bags, so I'm like, okay, it's a popular dish, or popular dessert.
Yeah, and it comes like this whenever it's like in full shape. We've seen a few of these today. It's like a full cake, and then cut into loads of wee small sections.
Look at this. It literally looks like a lollipop or an ice lolly or something, but let's give it a go. Chewy. Not like cake at all.
Is it maybe some sort of glutinous rice?
I actually think you're spot on with that. It is.
Give it a wee wiggle.
It's glutinous rice.
Let me have a wee crack at that. Oh,
exactly
100%. Yeah, it is definitely like a dessert. Sticky, sweet, glutinous rice. Not even a wee bit like cake.
Not a sponge cake at all.
No way.
Now I feel like I need to go looking for a sponge cake, but it is good.
It is, but to be honest, I'd prefer a bit of cake.
Yeah. Oh, I'm trying whatever's down here on the bottom, and I think it's some like glazed fruit. What fruit? I'm not too sure, but glazed fruit.
As you've probably guessed, we absolutely love street food and getting stuck into new dishes that we've never even heard of before. But to be honest with you, that hasn't always worked out the best for us. We have definitely come across some foods and snacks, and street food in particular, that has kicked our ass in the past and left us in a pretty dodgy situation, if you know what I mean. But as I said, we love street food. We just love food in general. If you haven't already guessed based off this video and our videos about food in the past, we love it. It's one of the best parts of travel in my opinion anyway, getting to sample and try all of this new and different cuisine and snacks and drinks from all over the world. But to be honest with you, a lot of the time we come across food that we can tell straight away if it's going to be really bad for our stomachs or not. We often see food that's got ants and flies and insects on it because it's been cooked early in the morning and out on display all day. And this one most recently we have seen, and we actually seen it today, is people accidentally spitting and coughing over food as they walk past stalls on the street. And oh, honestly, this one really gets to me. It's just disgusting to see and I hate it. However, please don't judge us on this one. We still buy that food, we still pick it up, we still try it out, because we know that no matter what happens, even if we do get sick from some of this food, we are fully covered with our travel medical insurance by Safety Wing. As long as we're in one of the 180 different countries covered by Safety Wing, we're covered for up until $250,000 worth of medical expenses. And even better, it is $0 deductible, which means you can even make the smallest of claims, like for a bad dodgy street food belly.
And And with Safety Wing's new claims process, it is literally easier than ever to make a claim. Simply select what you are claiming for and then insert all of the necessary information, provide some personal information, and provide the information for a bank account where you would like your claim to be reimbursed to. Upload a receipt and any other documentation that you think is necessary. Check that all of that information is correct and you're good to go. Boom, it is done. It is literally that easy. You can sit back, relax, and wait for your claim to be processed.
Safety Wing offers coverage for only a few dollars per day. And with 24/7 online customer care that has a response time of 1 minute or less, then why the hell wouldn't you try all this new food? Get out there, try what you want, take some risks, because as long as you are properly insured and covered with your travel medical insurance, there's no excuse or reason not to, lads. We are about to go do an activity that might turn into something a little bit dodgy. We haven't done this in a while, we'll wait and see. So Safety Wing might come in pretty useful for us pretty quickly.
Everywhere where we have been in China so far, there have been bikes everywhere, and city bikes at that. So today is the day we're gonna try and get them. We think we have to download an alternative app, but we think we can pay by WeChat. So Owen has just scanned the QR code.
I'm trying to figure it out, but obviously everything's coming up in Mandarin, so I'm going to need to take Ashley's phone to translate it over. But it looks like it should be relatively easy. We rent bikes any chance we get. We just love it, and it's a beautiful day to go for a cycle, so we thought we'll give it a shot.
Well, I've decided to just take a seat on said bike while Owen tries to figure it out. But it's not so bad. We have a pretty decent view here. As expected, we're having some difficulties because we don't have a Chinese phone number. We have eSIMs while we're here at the moment. And most places, like even at hotels when we're checking in, they want to know our phone number, but because it's not a Chinese SIM, we just don't give it over because it's no use to them. But we'll wait and see.
Well, that was just incredible. We literally couldn't figure out the bikes. We were trying to use our WeChat, which is our scanning online barcode thing, to pay. It wasn't working for whatever reason. We tried so many times, and this lovely guy and girl came over and tried helping us out. He spoke a wee bit English, she didn't really, and they were trying to help us for like 20 minutes maybe, and we were just going round in circles. Nothing was working for us, and then he just turned around and scanned them on his phone.
Thank you.
How do we pay you?
No pay.
Oh.
And he's like, I pay, you take and go. So he's got the bikes for us. What an absolute gem. Well, there's crowds of people everywhere, but what an absolute gem of a person. That just goes to show you, man, the people here are amazing. Like, that guy doesn't know us. We literally just met him 20 minutes ago whenever we decided we were going to try to get the bikes. He doesn't know where we're going. He doesn't know anything about us, and he's paid for them for us. Like, that is just incredible. And I'll tell you something, it's been a while from we've been in bikes, and I feel a wee bit wobbly.
Yeah, we're definitely not the sturdiest on the road right now.
No, I feel a wee bit all over the place.
In like 5 minutes we'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm all over the place here at the moment, like. Our Safety Wing insurance might be needed sooner rather than later here, lads. Beep, out of my way, excuse me.
And look at that, we have made it to the city wall. So now we're gonna cycle around the city wall for a while and see what we find. I don't think we could have picked a nicer day to go for a cycle.
No.
The sky is so blue, the sun is out.
It is beautiful, and the old city here is just gorgeous. It is a lovely atmosphere.
It's so peaceful.
Really peaceful. It's kind of strange because there is somewhat of a like European feel to parts of it as well, which is very unusual. This part of the city is completely walled in as well. So we're currently cycling alongside this massive wall. I can't remember exactly how long it is. I was reading about it earlier. I'll put it down in the bottom of the corner of the screen here. But if I remember correctly, it's something like 8.5 mile maybe, and it's a full square around this part of the city. The part of the wall we're cycling around at the minute is the inside part, but on the outside part of it, there's actually a full moat that goes the whole way around it as well. And it is beautiful. We walked past it this morning. There's some lovely gardens, some lovely paths and walkways around it. And the colour of the water is actually really, really nice too.
So we've went on a little side mission. Owen has found some sticky rice balls that are down this way, so when we had the bikes, we thought, why not go on a little adventure?
All right, we've made the decision that we think the better choice here is to park the bikes up and start to walk, because there's just so many people.
An accident waiting to happen.
Absolutely, like trying to squeeze through these crowds is a bit of a mission in itself. We did debate on going up around the wall whenever we were over at it as well, and then we said, you know what, we might come back in a wee bit later on, we'll go check out another area. Now we've come into this area, I just want to spend the rest of the evening here. There's so many good smells, the food looks incredible, I want to eat loads more things. And we are actually heading in a few days to see the Great Wall of China. So I'm like not too fussed about going to see the wall here because of that. So yeah, we're gonna park these up, walk around and see what other tasty treats we can pick up. And I think we'll have no bother doing that. Whoa! I nearly went over.
I think that's it. We have taken them back to the yellow box where the man told us to. Owen has locked his bike, and my bike should automatically lock itself, but I'm so grateful to that guy for getting the bikes out for us. That was so much fun cycling around, but it definitely was getting very hectic in there, so I think we're better off just walking, and we can see a lot more that way as well.
Well, thankfully we haven't needed our safety wing insurance this time around. We're off the bikes, we're back on our 2 feet again, and we are safe. But it's just such a good peace of mind and a bit of security knowing that if something does go wrong, you are fully covered and you will be okay in the end, because you just never know what could happen next. Ah, okay, so I didn't get my sticky rice bun, so I went for this that I seen, which is a Bao Rose rice cake, I believe. I translated the sign, I can just about remember, but she did confirm it's rice. It's sweet. She's put some strawberry jam on top, some peanut on the top, and some sugar on the bottom, and it just came fresh out of whatever type of wee steamer he was using. Oh wow! So I'm gonna be a wee bit biased here. I love strawberry jam. You can put strawberry jam on anything, and I'm gonna tell you it's good. That's good. That's really good. The sun is dipping down now, it's coming into the evening time, and it feels like there's more and more people hitting the streets, and it's getting a wee bit busier and busier and busier. And everywhere here is selling grub, like it's all food. No matter what direction I'm looking, it is food, food and more food. And I am not complaining about that.
Wow, there's steam coming from everywhere.
It looks incredible. They're doing the big white noodle that Aisling was talking about earlier on. That's a very common dish found here. We're not into a fat noodle, to be honest with you. We find it a wee bit of a texture issue with it, to say the least. So I think we're going to skip out on that one. There's a few items on my list that I'm looking for. I'm on the hunt to find. I'm not having a lot of luck, but I'm going to keep looking.
Oh, is that it really?
Potentially.
So basically, Owen has one picture to find this restaurant. We have a very rough guide from the maps where it might be. We know it's on this road. That's all we have. So we're going up and down and up and down. But this dish sounds delicious. And we haven't even seen it on any of the signs of the other restaurants, because if we did see it on another restaurant, we'd just go to one of them, but we haven't even seen it. So we really are on the hunt. Eyes are peeled. We have only went and found the place, however, they had a different sign to what the picture had.
It is jam-packed in there. That took us like nearly an hour to find this place.
I was getting so fed up. So we have found it. The place is literally packed out, so that's always a good sign.
It is, but let's hope we can get a table. This is the #1 dish I have been most looking forward to all day. These are sour and spicy dumplings, and as you can see, this is a hefty portion. They had two sizes, they had a medium and a large. We went for the large, which has 36 dumplings in the bowl, which is incredible. They were only 20 yuan as well, so they're very, very inexpensive. They are stuffed, and I mean plumply stuffed, with beef, garlic chives, and then they're poured into this big bowl of steaming hot broth, which consists of sesame, chili, garlic, and oil as well. There's some sort of oil in it, I can't remember exactly what type of oil. And then there's a wee bit of basil top on top of it as well. And it just smells amazing. The aroma coming off it is great. I can't believe the size of the bowl. Let's give them a go. Whoa, oh my god. It hits the back of your throat. There's a wee kick of the sour, but it's not as sour as I expected. The flavour is really good. And the actual texture of the dumplings as well, it's got like quite a slimy consistency, but it is still really, really nice and fine. I believe as well the actual outer filling of the dumplings is hand rolled, and a lot of places here use machines to make like their surrounding for the dumpling. I'm not sure what you would refer to it as, the shell, the skin, but they're all hand done here. And as you can see, this place is extremely popular for this one dish. Everybody here is eating this, and I can see why.
Give me them over here. That sauce looks so colourful, so deep in colour. I'm gonna go for a one biter, just like a one. You can tell that is fresh dough. Is it dough? Whatever it is, you can tell that is homemade and fresh as. On all of the tables, they have some garlic, but nothing to cut up the garlic. So I'm guessing you just literally take a bite out of it. So I'm gonna. Never done that with garlic before. Really good, but I'm definitely gonna have bad breath.
There is an energy in this place as well, man. It is lively. There is a queue of people waiting to get in. As soon as somebody gets up from their seat, there's another person instantly.
They just dart to the seat.
Wow.
And I must say the staff have been lovely as well. They've been walking around and giving us sweet thumbs up. I'm like, I don't know whether it's like a seal of approval that we're here. Maybe it's our chopstick skills. At times.
At times. Not that time.
It was funny when we were coming in and ordering. Everyone gets a number. We did not get a number.
No, we were very clearly the standout people that was here. No number was needed.
It's really nice though, because like you can come in, you can order a couple of big bowls or small bowls depending on how hungry you are, how many people there are. And it's not one of those places you have to have a bowl each. You get these wee side bowls and then you can dish out whatever you want. It's great.
It is. They're maybe some of the best dumplings we've ever had.
I'm not filling.
I know.
Insane.
I know.
36 dumplings over and out. They were bloody amazing. But places like this, you don't hang around. You get your food in you and you get out, because the crowd has not stopped coming through that door. But if you are coming here, definitely come to this place. It was so good.
Bye-bye.
Wow. Woo. Wow. Look at them over here. You can actually see the setup that they have. Just all the dumplings cooking away here. The piping hot water just flooding into it. Woo, you get some facial work in there.
And I can't remember if I showed you, but this is what it looks like from the outside.
It didn't look like this before. It used to have a blue sign. It now has a gold sign. Don't be tricked like we were.
I'll also put the name of it down in the description below, because honestly, that was phenomenal. Whew, we have ate, we have walked, we have cycled.
And we have overate.
So much food, and every part of it was amazing. And visiting Xi'an here has been an unbelievable experience. The city is wicked. It is such a vibrant vibe.
So cool. And as the evening's going on, it's just coming to life. There are so many people, but
it is busy.
I think there's too many people, if I'm being honest.
So we're going to call it here. We'll come back over to the bell tower, and you can see it in the background glowing. It is just gorgeous, and what a beautiful way to finish your trip here in Xi'an.
Bye.